Feed the Hobby. Feed the Hobby. 24 books going to be going out to my comic shop. I'm using the same box that CGC sent the books in. I did inspect all 25 books and none of them came damaged, so this is the first time that I've received books this way. So maybe there's something to this new patent, new way of them sending. I mean, I didn't get any damages before from other books. The only thing is, like I said before, this this package didn't take any severe damage, where I have had severe damage on other boxes that had the other type of packaging, and I didn't have any damaged books. So I'm going to use this box to send these out to my comic shop. No real big books in here, guys, but I do have a couple of books in here that I'm questioning myself. Am I selling them too early? One of them is this one right here. Wilbert brought this to my attention, that this is the first Vulcan, and he saw that this book is starting to take off. So I went out and I looked at it, and yeah, the second print for this, which has a Wolverine cover, sold for like $479, and then even the cover A's are going for pretty decent money on a 9.8. So I think I'm going to test the waters with this. Now, I have now received 9.8s of my own stashes. This one I bought, though. I bought this one for $429. It came with a Deadpool New Mutants 98 9.4 newsstand. And this was the one that I went after when I bought that book. I went after this one. I mean, at the time, this one was going for like $200. But I figured, you know what? $429. I'll take that Deadpool, and I'll wait on the Deadpool. This is, of course, a little bit older slab, but still a 9.8. I'm going to test the market on this particular cover. I haven't seen one going up for sale in a 9.8 in a little bit. So if a second print Wolverine went up for $479, I figure I can put this one up for probably $550 to $600. And I do have 3 of them, and I have some more that are getting graded that look really good. A couple more. So I'm definitely keeping the other 2. I have to keep Vulcan because it was a character, but a character that I was covering in a 9.8. Yeah, I'm gonna pay the other ones with this one right here. That's the plan, right? At least get myself even or in the black with one book, right? By the way, the Power Rangers, I sent out a Power Rangers #1 to get sold. It sold within, man, I would say less than 2 weeks, like a week and a half it sold. It took for it to sell. That's the Hamilton Power Rangers #1. I sold it for $550, and I still have one left, and I have a whole bunch that are scheduled to come back probably in another 4 months, but yeah, this is one book that I'm going to be selling that not so sure if this is the time to sell that, but I need the funds, and this is a way to get back some of my funding for those particular books, and that's going to pay for that. Yeah, I'm sending these out. I'm sending 2 of these out. I also have some more going out to get sold. I am going to be keeping a set of these, but I'm getting those. Oh yeah, this is another one. Let's go on this one again. Yeah, I'm going to be keeping a set of these, but it's going to be a set that's going to come with the Wolverine label. I'm sending 4 books out, 2 color and 2 white, and both of them, I mean all 4 of them look like they're 9.8s. There's no reason I think I won't get a 9.8. Even if they get rejected, I'm gonna send them and get pressed. I think that's a nice book. All right, I'm sending these out. I have 5 of these. Oof, okay, hopefully that's not damaged. All right, sending these out. I haven't seen this particular one. This is the 1 in 100 Shang-Chi. I think this might be the time to start selling them. It's going to be a hard book to get in a 9.8, this particular one, and it's a great cover, beautiful cover. And yeah, we'll see how this does. But you know, his first appearance is way over the top. I should have went after. I almost bought a 9.8 of that last year, but hence I didn't, man. I hesitated on pulling the trigger at right around 3,500, I think it would have been. Didn't pull the trigger. Now that book is going for like 16,000. So I think this character is gonna be coveted, without a doubt. Has to be, because of the fan base that I can see being created by this property. You know, also sending out the Bartel cover, which is also beautiful. That's the Bartel cover. That's a 1 in 50. It's a gorgeous cover as well. I think this might also be the time to send those out. Something's Killing the Children. I'm sending out some of the variants. You know, most of these variants I'm going to be selling, you know, regardless. There is one variant out there, guys, that you guys might want to go after. I'm starting to go after it now. It's Something's Killing the Children number 9, the 2nd print. It is the first appearance of Jessica Slaughter. Okay, I think that's a book that's flying under the radar, and I think Doro talked about it a couple months ago. I'm pretty sure it was him that talked about it, but yeah, that book, even though it's like a cameo of her, she is on the cover of that book. It's a good book to keep and to spec on, and it might be a book to keep, you know, long run, long term. The rest of the books are not huge books. They're really not, and most of them are part of the Grail project. If anything, I'll just make a little bit on them, you know, but at least it's going to be cash flow that comes back in, so I can buy other books. But that's 24 books. Guys, my comic shop, I can't say this enough, right? The Power Rangers are sold. I sold it for $550. However, my comic shop sold it on eBay for $630. I still don't know why people see my comic shop on it and don't go to my comic shop to buy it. They overpaid for that big time, you know. At $550, you pay a 3% consignment fee, unless, like Wilbert says, also you pay by check. Then you don't even pay a consignment fee. Most people don't pay by check though, so you pay a 3% consignment fee, which is much less than paying $630 plus tax on top of that. And in my comic shop, of course, you're going to pay taxes as well, but it's going to be based on $550 versus $630, you know. All right, so I got to show you guys a book that well, I'll show you a couple of books that I just bought. Real cool books, and one that's going into the Keeper project. You know, anytime you sell books. You're going to have regrets of selling certain books, but it's just the nature of the beast, right? You have to keep the flow going. So there was a time where I had a lot of Silver Age, a lot of Amazing Spider-Mans and other books, but I ended up selling them at very dirt low prices. We're talking like 20 years ago, okay? Only because I felt that, I just wanted to read them, so I bought the Masterworks for them. And I sold a lot of books. So this just happens to be one of them. But I found it again in one of the YouTube auctions. This is a very low grade book, as you can see. Right? That right there. Surprisingly, I took it out of here. It's still attached. The staples are still attached. And it's got pretty decent presentation, except for the fact that the kid that owned this back in the day sketched it with a pencil. See that? Now, in the auction, I didn't hear Chad talk about this. I don't even know if he noticed it. I'm assuming. I didn't hear him talk about the fact that it was sketched over with a pencil. But, what I'm going to do is I'm going to send this out to Mr. Kendra and see if he can erase that pencil. If not, either way, it's going to be a low grade regardless. But if I can get a 2.0, maybe 2.5 out of it, I'll be super happy. And I think I can get a 2.5 out of it because the staples are still attached, And even though it does have heavy wear, it's I think it'll be consistent with a 2.5. All right, I'm putting this book into. Oh, and by the way, Dr. Doom. I love saying that. Who doesn't love Doom? Alright. That's going into the Keeper project. I actually did it backwards here. Ended up paying $4.59 for that. That's including the shipping. It was $4.50 actually. $9 shipping to Chad RCG. And that's going into the blue chip tier. Blue chip, why? Because it's an early Amazing Man. It's Amazing Spider-Man number 5. That's an early issue of Amazing Spider-Man. No matter what the grade, man, that's a blue chip book no matter how you see it. The fact that Dr. Doom is in it, early Doom appearance, yeah, happy to get that book back. What's funny? That more than likely I'm gonna probably sell it this year, probably when it comes back. Probably sell it again. I don't learn. All right, here's the other one that I bought that is also going into that tier. Now this one I'm gonna keep. Okay. This one I'm gonna keep. This will be my 4th print of this particular book. The other 3 came back to me as 9.8s. Chad RCG sold me one of these. Chad RCG sold me one of these for $50. Came back as a 9.8. A second time around, it didn't pass 9.8 the first time. Second time I had it pressed, came back as a 9.8. This one here I bought off of eBay. It's in pretty condition. I don't even think that it needs a pressing. It does have one little thing on the back that, you know what, I'll show it to you. Bam. Okay, so this is what I like doing with these books, right? all my books, I have a habit of always doing this. I start at the bottom or the top corner, work my way through the spine, then work my way around the book, inspect the corners again, and then work my way into the meat of the book. Nice signature. I know that's Jay Lee's signature because I have another one that's by Jay Lee. And then you work your way to the back of the book, and this book does have one minor flaw, which is right here, and you can only really see it against the light with a cell phone or a magnifying glass. That can be taken out with a press, in my opinion. The rest of the book is beautiful. So this is gonna. I don't think there'll be any issues with this coming back at a 9.8. So I'm putting this into the blue chip tier. This, as of now, is, besides the ALA version. ALA is the American Library Association. That's what they call it. Something's Killing the Kids #1, the children #1. Supposedly there were only 780 of those that were given out. Supposedly at the event, a lot of those were damaged. They seldomly come out for sale, and the times that they have come out for sale, it's been Scalise Comics that has sold them. It was supposed to only have been given out one per person. So how does he have, I think he sold minimum 6 that I can count. There's 5 right now in history, but I think he's probably had more than 6. So how many more does he have? You don't know. Could he have hundreds of them? He could. Could he? There's no doubt in my mind that he doesn't have any more left. So I think he's just bidding his time, and he's putting them out little by little. But that is the highest price, #1. This one is the second highest priced, #1. This is what the community has chosen so far as being the #1. There's only 500 of these left. I mean, there's good reason for it. You know, it's 2 real first cover appearances here. So it's a stunning cover, but you know, their covers are all great though, right? One thing with Boom and Tynan, I don't know if he has any say on the covers, but you know, all of the covers, I don't think there's been one cover that I don't like from Something's Killing the Children. I don't think there has been one. But yeah, I'm very happy with this book. $485.14 for this one on eBay, including taxes and shipping to me raw. And if this comes back at a 9.8 from CBCS, and I have to send it to CBCS because of the signature, right? But if it comes back at a 9.8, this will be a major hit. And I'll hold it. Even though I have 4 of them, but I'm definitely holding on to these because I believe so much in this character, and I do believe that this is a modern Grail. It's an awesome character, is really what she is. It's an all-time great character, in my opinion. This is going to be a Grail, in my opinion. She is a Grail-type character. She is that good, guys. The story is magnificent. Unfortunately for me, I didn't go super heavy on this particular cover. I went heavier on the Frizzen covers. Now, it's still early on, okay? It's only been, what, 2 years since she came out. Not even 2 years yet, I don't think. But I have 3 other 9.8s of this cover. This one is one that's signed. He signed it on the bottom. This one right here signed it on the side. CBCS. And then these other 2 are just regular, not signed 9.8s. Funny thing is, these 3, I paid like $50 each for those. Okay, $50 each. I think less than $50 on that signed one over there, and this one cost me, I mean, more than all 3 of those plus the slabbing I paid for a raw copy of this one. But that's how much I love this character. It's fantastic. I mean, I can't even tell you like why, without spoiling stuff. I will say this though, like, say this cover, technically there's three appearances here. One is a symbol, which is the dragon, right? Order of St. George. Yeah, I don't want to get too much into the story. At some point, I'm going to talk about big books during the series. There's 2 that stand out to me. In a way, kind of, there's a third, but there's 2 that stand out. But this one right here, that's her octopus. And, of course, that's her. The octopus, though, it's like a representation of her fear, right? That's the most I'm going to say about it for now. But I am going to do a video, and I'll put spoilers about that video on the books that I think you should go after. Because at this point, almost everything that she has is pretty expensive. All right. I will say the second book, in my opinion, and only mine, is number 9. Number 9, second print, will probably be the second book as far as first appearances go. Only because of the significance of the characters. All right. Okay. I'm going to show you guys some of the books that I'm going after real quick. You know, guys like Spiffy, McZender, Wilbert, Mr. Talavera, they keep me honest, man, because I originally thought that this was the first full appearance of Yara Flor. I hadn't read this book. I went through it, I skimmed through it. I actually skimmed through the storyline, actually, the death metal storyline. Wasn't too thrilled with it. Not something, for some reason, a lot of people tend to really love Scott Snyder. I can't say that I love his storylines. I can't say that I do. I mean, I think they're pretty decent, but for some reason I just can't get into them as much as most people do, But I do like the character design for Yara Flor. That's, of course, probably because she's caramel skin. I gotta tell you, I mean, she looks freaking phenomenal to me, like as far as character design goes, But as Spiffy actually said in the message boards when I put that out, this is actually her first full appearance. That would be her cameo. However, I went after this kind of heavy. I got 4 of these. This one I actually bought it as a 9.8. This is her cameo right there. I actually thought that was her right there because she looked darker right there. So I thought that was her, but it's not. That is not her. All right, I'll show you where she's at. She's all the way in the back of the book. It's still her first appearance, all right? But it's her first appearance in cameo. Oh, come on, where's it at? There it is. That is she, my friends. First appearance of Yara Flor. Now in Wonder Woman Annual number 14, I think it was, they showed something in 14, but I think it was like a little girl or something like that. I don't currently own the book, but I have heard other people talk about it besides Biffy. But this one is her first full appearance. Ended up getting that one as well. A couple of those, a couple of these. But it's just something, I don't know that she's ever going to really take off. All right. But like I said, I just specifically like the character design for a fact. All right. Just like I like the Blue Marvel character design. Wasn't too crazy about the Blue Marvel, the actual storyline. All right. I think it got more involved with when he got brought into the Ultimates. Definitely got a lot more involved, and I like that a lot better. But the character design for Blue Marvel is what drew me to him in the first place. With Erica Slaughter, completely different. I like both character design and storyline. Phenomenal. Okay, here's a book that, not this one specifically, okay, I think this is number 2. Yeah, number 2, and I got number 3 here. Spider Shadow. I covered this before. This might be a character, especially for that cover A, guys. Spider Shadow number 1, cover A. I think this character will be around later on in Spider-Man's life, in Spider-Man's history. I just have a feeling that that's going to be a major villain for Spider-Man in the future himself. It's kind of like the Batman Who Laughs, right? One of Batman's greatest villains just so happens to be himself, right? But this is kind of like the Batman Who Laughs for Spider-Man. It's Peter Parker from a different reality, but he is bad as hell. And the story, oh man, the story's so freaking dark. It's completely out of place for Spider-Man and Peter Parker, you know. And that's why I think that this character has to reappear again at some point, possibly in the Spider-Man continuity. Okay, this is just my opinion on the matter, but I am also acting upon it also. Okay, this might be a very long hold. It might not even pan out. But out of all the stories that I've read from symbiotes and I mean some really stupid clone stories, and I this is a lot more intriguing to me, you know, this little what if book, right? Than most of the symbiote stories that are out there, or clone stories, because this is, like, again, Peter Parker, not a clone, but you know, it's Peter Parker. Just something to really think about. Okay, right now you can get Spider Shadow #1 cover A for probably less than cover price. You might even find it in dollar bins. Okay, I still can't find a print for that, but I'm assuming that print is going to probably be 100,000, I would say. Geiger #1 talked about this as well multiple times. More I read this book, it's up to #3. I think #4 might come out this week. This is the real deal, in my opinion. Again, like Spider Shadow, I don't know how long you're gonna wait for this to pan out. You know, when Why the Last Man came out, it took a while for that book to really take off. You know, a lot of people liked the story, but a lot of people didn't know about it for a while. You know, and I think the same is going to happen with Geiger. Gary Frank, man, both of them. You know, John's doing phenomenal work also. I mean, Gary Frank he's a freaking genius, you know. Here is a Clayton Crane. This is a book that it's pretty much based on the cover. This reminds me of Fantastic Four 242 when they fought Galactus. Now we're talking about Fantastic Four and the Avengers, where Spider-Man and Daredevil just got some popcorn and watched. Okay, this is what this reminds me of. Look at Thor right there. I mean, it's just phenomenal. Look at the Silver Surfer right there. Silver Surfer wasn't in that Fantastic Four 242 though, but look at that. It's a fantastic cover. Golden Apple has this cover right now. They had it for $30. It's up to $40 right now. I don't know how many they have left, but it is freaking phenomenal. Clayton Crane, one of the best artists in the business, cover artists. Yes, I do love John Gallagher better than anybody else. But this guy is right up there, man. He's right up there. You know what I love about this, like almost like the most, like covers like this and covers like this, is because they're actually showing you something. It's not like, you know, somebody posing for a freaking selfie or for TikTok. Okay, they're actually showing you action. If you're wondering what this book is, though, this is Tony Stark #13. This is the Virgin, though. Again, they have it for $40 right now in Golden Apple, and I don't know how long they're gonna last, but picked up 10 of those, and they're gonna be going to CGC. I think I'm gonna put some like Thor or Silver Surfer labels on them. I don't know if I would have probably put Avengers labels on them, even though it's a Tony Stark book. But well, all right. So here's one. Okay, these came out. Look, I sent all of these out, most of these out to CGC already. I have a few sets, I think 4 sets that I bought in two separate orders. This is the cover A, the John Gallagher cover A. Look at how amazing this cover is. It's a beauty. The Virgin, It's freaking spectacular. I mean, I hate the lighting that I have here, guys. I'm sorry. Now, one of the reasons that I kind of stopped posting so much is because, I don't know, man. I'm having a little bit of, like, I just don't think I put up good enough content. That's really the truth. You know, other people are putting up like really good stuff out there, man, and I'll put up what I can and stuff, and not that I want like, you know, thousands of subscribers or anything like that. I'm actually happy with what I got right now, but I definitely want to put up better stuff than what I'm putting up, and I don't have the time and the equipment to do so. But whoever enjoys it and sticks around for it, you know what? It's good enough for me. For now, you know? Alright. I picked these up as well. Alright. Again, just like Erica Slaughter, Adam, Legend of the Blue Marble, I paid more for these 3 books that I paid for any of my Blue Marble #1s. I paid like $180 for these 3 books, including taxes. And this is 3, 4, and 5. Now, why did I pay so much for them? Because of rarity. That's really what it is. It's a Marvel book, and each one of these is like 10,000 print run or less. 10,000 print run or less, and all of them are in the high 9s. I am hoping that at least one of these will come back as a 9.8. I have yet to receive a 9.8 in a Blue Marble 2 through 5. So hopefully we'll change with this. And these are holds. These are holds for a while, you know. How long? I don't know. A while. Until Blue Marble shows up, which is, it's inevitable. Just like Neo, man. It's inevitable. Picked this up from Whodat Comics. Look at that, that paper that they put in there for the acid paper. Came right out of the comic. This is an older slab though. 9.8. This is the first appearance of the Illuminati, but this is the variant cover for it. And this is just, you know, just something that I'm gambling on. You know, not something that I'm going to keep, though. Not something that I'm going to keep. Unlike the Blue Marbles, if I get 9.8s on these, I'm definitely keeping at least one set, you know. But, yeah, Nice House on the Lake. Virgin 9.8. I got 4 shots, okay? All the ones that I sent in, they look like 9.8s. So, if I get all 9.8s, I think I might have a giveaway of the cover A, John Gallagher 9.8. If I get all 9.8s, like I said, I only got 4 sets of the 3. That's like, I just love the cover. I have yet to read the story yet, Nice House on the Lake, but anything that Tynion touches is pretty much gold, man. And then these are just, again, just covers, man. Just the cover. Look, comics, a lot of times it's about the art, whether you like the store variants or not. You know, look at the Golden Age. Golden Age is all pretty much about the art. It's the artwork, you know. Nobody's looking at first appearances in the Golden Age. I mean, aside from the big characters and stuff, but majority of books that people look at the Golden Age for are covers. You know, there's some artists out there that you know, people idolize with good reason. I mean, Schomburg, Elias, of course, Cole, both Coles, you know, and of course, Will Eisner, the Godfather. The Godfather. I mean, that guy's got so many people that idolize him, and giants in the industry, right? Eisner's one of the big boys. But listen, man, every age has great artists, and modern age, they're no slouches. You know, it's just different type of art. All right, guys, have a great night. This ended up being a really long video. Try to put up more content. All right, I'll try to keep on putting more content up if you guys would have me.